Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Give me a moment to go live on my last bit of few, not even, I don't want to say a few and make it sound so minute. It's really a large thing, like 13 different platforms. Those are the major platforms, not the unknown platforms. People like me, I put my finger on something and I make a platform known. Hold on. One should go red, right? Any minute now. Oh, you got me scared. There we go. There we go. KMC. I need to open up a link right now and just erase it. Just erase it. Done. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, today we are going to be going over CTU curriculum. Now, I said I would be on here. Yes, I admit. I admit. I said I was going to be on here at like 1:30 sharp. However, this something came up. It had nothing to do with CTU. Let's just extract CTU from the equation for a second. Something important came up. That's not more important than CTU. However, I had to make a decision because CTU won't isn't born in my world actually officially until June 9th. So I'm like, okay, I can kind of take my time and tweak it a little bit and relax a little bit until June 9th. So what did I do? I had to get prepared because I have a show to do tomorrow possibly. So what I did was I did something important that is near and dear to my heart, and it is for my show. And it was important. No, I'm not laying down sleep. That's like at least 0.0001% of the time I'm asleep. If I'm in here and you can't see in here, I'm not asleep. I'm just watching something or educating myself about something. But to get back to the story, um, CTU student, I do get sufficient sleep. Let me not, oh God. Okay, here we go. Daytime, pre-day, daytime, and at night is when I get my sleep. I think we all do, right? Right? Once that daytime I hear them birds chirping, I'm up. So if y'all hear the birds chirping, I hear the birds chirping. That's not a hallucination. So we all good, right? I'm up. Let me tell you about the miracle I saw on my street. I can't say what street. I had to, but was it today? This morning. here we go with taco time. So I went to taco time, and I've never seen birds do this. I've seen pigeons. Oh, the city has lots of them. Any city you go to got some sort of bird that just chirp and walk around getting fed all day. They have exotic birds here for the area, the state that they're in. And I've never seen them before. I've been on the East Coast and almost everywhere, and I haven't seen that particular bird. I just saw something with two legs, skinny legs, just walking around in a grayish small frame. And I'm like in the rocks. So it blended in. So I'm like, I'm saying it's way out there in the barn back of taco time. And I'm looking, the trees are all of 200 years old or more. And I sat up there, and that's why I go. I go for the drink too, but I go for the enjoyment of the birds. And I've told y'all stories after stories, but then the bird, it's right on Bigo. If Bigo keep a record of my videos, I didn't show it on camera, but how I was talking showed my enjoyment to and cautious and excitement to see a bird that I was just talking about fly. It's a lot of birds flying, lots of them, lots of them. But I identified one particular one. I said I never knew that these birds get enjoyment off of walking. It interests me because it kept walking. It wasn't even trying to fly. Then it flew onto the blacktop. And I looked. I said, is that the... And then I looked back because I remember looking back. And I was like, let me take these off. I was like, is that the birdie that I just saw? And then I was like, wow, like this birdie is just walking. He flew kind of towards the camera area, but then he stopped. I don't know whether it's a male or female. It stopped and just started walking up like it's going towards my car. So I'm like, is this really happening? And so then it kind of veer off because I'm looking and it veers off. But the enjoyment even more is how far it walked because I stopped following it after a certain point. And that's when the girl, the young whippersnapper, gave me my drink. And then I have to circle around to get out. And it was like all that time that exchanged. And then it was right there. Like it was just walking. I'm like, you still walking? I be messing with the birds. Anyway, and then it happens. I'm at my house and I have trash in the bag. I try to keep trash in the grocery bags so I won't fill up my garbage can too quickly. So I try to keep a rotating circle out because I have like boxes and stuff. And I come out to put my trash up. The trash man just came and two birdies flew past me. I was standing there behind my car and I don't know how it happened, whether no, the trash man was there prior to me going in the first time with all my items. And then before I was in the back of the vehicle of my vehicle getting my items out and two birdies flew past me as the garbage man was getting the garbage. And then I waited. I went in And when I came out, there were two birds by the garbage can, just chilling. One did a weird move and took off. But then there was just one sitting there. And I'm like, this isn't normal. I said, hey, I made no sudden moves. I just stood erect and did not move. And I said, can I please use the trash can? And I stood there and it just kept moving around weird. But then I kid you fucking not. Y'all may not believe, you may do. I don't care. It walks up to the trash can because it was a little bit off to by the trash can, but it walks up near me and it goes like that. I said, what the fuck? And then it walks away because the garbage can was closed. If I would have moved too fast, it would have took off. If I would have made any moves, it would have took off. And it just did that and then walked behind the trash can. I said, if I could, at first I interpreted that it wanted me to open that door and I would have gladly, but it was too heavy for me. So I quietly opened, put the garbage in there, and I quietly shut it and walked the fuck back in my house. And I was like, dang, I was so amazed at that. I was at that garbage can for a good 2 minutes. You usually just put the garbage up and leave. I'm not dumpster diving. You know, I I don't even know. I want to know what happened to the bird. I hope it took off. I hope it took off. Not to say this is a bad neighborhood, but you just never know what could happen to a birdie that's just chilling by a garbage can. Imagine it getting stuck in there or something. It was just sitting there walking around like 3 feet from me. This wasn't a pigeon. This isn't a domesticated animal. A crow or a raven would be more domesticated. This was a foreign, in my eyes, birdie. I've never seen it before. And it was looking for, at first it looked like it was looking for the motherfucker that flew off on him, and I was like, okay, okay, you looking for your family? Go find your family, and that's what I said. Just took off on them, left them hanging. It's crazy. So that's how I feel about that. I'm sorry I messed up the video feed, but I love the birds. It's all in love. I love the birds. I really do. And I truly cherish the moments that we spend together. It's not a sexual thing. It's a positive acknowledgement thing. They acknowledge me and I acknowledge them. I have never fed them. I have never fed them. Like in Seattle, I used to feed them mad Taco Bell. The Ravens used to love me. I go to the famous spot of Taco Bell off of Renton Road and go to my favorite spot near Safeway and 7-Eleven, and I would park there and eat my Taco Bell right next to them and just feed them. Did you know that a raven or a crow, if you fuck with them or be mean or nasty, they hold grudges for 20 years. And I don't understand it till today, but they connect all their raven and crow friends and family to know who it was that did what they did. You have to earn your respect. So That's how I feel about that. Gladly. I seen a raven, a baby raven before, sort of like what I saw today. And I saw a dying butterfly in Santa Maria. And for that moment, it was dying. I didn't do anything to it. It was out on my patio. I don't know if it wasn't there hours later, and I don't know if it was windy or it took off or it died or someone got it. It was gone later, but the significance behind this is it was dying. It was on its back crawling, trying to crawl. So I took my big ass hands and I touched it and I said, God bless you. This was 6 years ago. This is how much I care about the world. I didn't want to see that. Butterfly dying. Yeah, butterfly, caterpillar, butterfly. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's get started. Give me a second to log in. How do I close this? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get in here now. Oh, I can't. It's not gonna let me till Friday. I seen something in here that I can show you guys. I don't want to do it without. She told me Friday. The reason why I went here was because I got a message saying that there is some stuff. Matter of fact, let me just go to that message from my Yahoo account and it'll connect me now that I'm already logged in. I keep all my messages. I mean, oh, okay. Here we go. June 2nd. This was yesterday. Oh my God, I should have read the whole thing. Let me zoom in. So this Friday, this is going to happen. My apologies. But I'm going to show, let's dig into the writing material. You know, it's not over until I hit that end button. Might as well, we're in here. Whoa. Okay, great. I gotta call them. Oh my God. I feel so stupid. I was supposed to call the technical department so I can get that voice to text available on the I wrote a note for it. I wrote a note to call them about that. What time is it? That can work. That can wait. That can wait until tomorrow for Microsoft Office, just in case in text, speak to text, or however they call it now. Very savvy words. Oh my God. Really? Words of wisdom, customer service department. That is so crazy. You know what? It gets even deeper, y'all. So it pays to read. It pays to read. It pays to read. So the customer service department, if they get, basically they're saying if you have passcodes, you know, for virtual labs, it will be emailed the day before class. Software via download if software is required, or textbooks. I got a little scared because it says only provided if physical materials are required for course. I won't read everything. And then it says ebooks. Virtual campus always have ebooks, but materials are always provided in uh, online courses. So I got a little scared. But I was like, what the hell did I just see? Because I said, what? God bless these people in Colorado Springs. Their address, I would love to have that address. 1575 Garden of the Gods Road. What kind of Sweet 100? Like, wow. Y'all, whoever is in Colorado, that now I'm curious of how Colorado Technical University was ratified and born, established. Anything. That's a beautiful company name to Words of Wisdom. At first I was like, okay, it's good. It was always good in my eyes. All I'm saying is okay. And then to combine it and complement it with the address is nothing. God bless you guys. I may curse. I'm not perfect. I come as I am. But God bless you guys. My blessings is no less than anyone's because of my cursing. I truly mean that. God bless. Ah! Oh, there it is. Okay. Um, we're about to look up about Colorado Technical online before we look at the curriculum, because I can't get into the curriculum until Friday. So what I'll do is go to the writing center and see what I can come up with, or the library, the I don't know if EBSCO is in their portal, whatever they call their portal, where it's individually wrapped, where it's in the main portal and not the schooling portal. I don't know. If it is, I want to play if it's not in the school portal, because I can't get into there. If I can get into there, I'll play around with it a little bit more. I know it, but I want to play around with it a little bit more. So let's learn about Colorado Technical University, when it was born. Let's do this together. I'll connect you now. Okay. Look, I've been in focus this long. This is deep. Whoa. Okay. I want to know. Very early, still infancy phases. Pretty cool. I like that. I like that. So it was 1965. This was during almost civil rights. Oh, I have to know now. I hope I'm wrong. Let me be wrong. Okay. Peak years. Okay. 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 So this was military of my dad's era almost. This was like the military of my dad didn't go in. He probably went in the late 60s or late 70s. 95, achieved university. Wow. I am very impressed. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm going to read it. Hold up. I'm just getting a snippet of it now. 21 years ago, I think. Wow, that's impressive. What's a roller rink? Don't laugh at me, y'all. Okay, while that's going, let me read. Colorado Technical University has an interesting history, especially for students like you who are exploring its graduate programs. When was Colorado Technical University your university founded? CTU was founded in 1965 in Colorado Springs. It began as a technical school focused on training former military personnel and working adults in technical and vocational subjects. How did the university develop? The school started small and evolved over decades. 1965, founded as Colorado Technical College. 75, 85, 95, 30 years later, after 1965, achieved a university status and became Colorado Technical University. Expanded from technical training into business, management, healthcare, information technology, engineering, cybersecurity, and doctoral education. You can't just get money and say, I want a university, like you can't, you have to have something. You have to have something. And like seriously, from its founding 1965, well, from its founding in 1965 to fully or becoming a full university in 1995, the transformation took roughly 30 years. Who were the first faculty members is what I asked. My next question. All of these are my questions I asked. Public sources discuss CTU's founding and evolution, but I could not find a reliable published list of the original faculty members. The earliest faculty were likely technical and vocational instructors serving military veterans in technical professions in the Colorado Springs area. CTU's publicly available history does not identify the first faculty by name. How many students were on campus when it started? We could not locate a verified enrollment figure of CTU very first class, and it's okay. This is okay because this is like inbound stuff. They did not convert. They are not about to go back nearly 40 years, 41 years to be exact, or 40 years to sit up there, 40 years to be exact, to go back to every first class person. That takes a ton of energy. The university's published history discusses its founding, but does not provide a documented first year student count. When did CTU launch online programs? One of the biggest milestones of CTU history occurred in 95 when the university launched that is early as shit. That's like when internet became available. I think it became available in 94, maybe 92 to some new people. Like I'm talking about before it came to the public eye with what it can do. So they were talking about this for a while. That they don't tell you. Probably 5 years in 90 under Bill Clinton. And I'm not saying that's a political thing, nothing to do with political. I'm just saying who was in office, I believe, when I was in first, or this was Bush, sorry. Um, they were talking, it was this big thing about internet, becoming universal. And I remember 96 or 97, it became good for my brother's girlfriend, Tanya. She finally was able to, I wonder how much it cost back then. I never knew, but she finally bought a computer in 97, and it was so bulky, and I just fell in love with it as if it were mine. And yeah, it was crazy. I started trying to play games then, and when I got a chance, this was after I had a chance, but to get to the point like 95, that's when between 97 and 98 is when a lot of it flooded the black people area a little, but it came out probably most likely if they had the frequency to build a cell phone tower that has to do with internet a little bit, right? Just a tiny bit. And then they tweak it up, tweak it up, tweak it up, and call it some new name, you know. Yeah. So during this time, it was in its infancy stages in 90, 91, 92, and then it was in its development stages. And you said, hey, you were one of the first people that said, hey, let's make it overall worldwide and remote. That was hard to do back in the day, wasn't it? Mm, I like that. Nearly 120,000 degrees in various subjects have been conferred worldwide. Done. It's done. They already graduated. 92% of students study fully online. CTU offers well, how large is it? But CTU offers associate, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs. What is likely ahead for CTU? No one can know the future with certainty, but current university priorities suggest continued growth in online education, increased use of AI assisted learning technologies, more flexible programs. Dang, how flexible is it going to be? I want to know. Hmm. It's just going to end up coming to one day. It's getting to the point, first it started out with sugar, and then caffeine when you thought you were grown or your mother or father let you. And let's say let's not even bring drugs. And then comes the Neuralink. And then we got pills to help your brain, like ashwagandha. That's the only one I can remember. Another brain enhancing medications, liquid, pills, whatever. But all in all, I don't want to give up my eyes. I think reading is fundamental. However, it's going to get to a point where you pay for knowledge, right? That's what we do today, right? But it's going to be quicker. It's going to be in a university type thing. It's going to be a way to cut down the reading time. And they're tweaking it out now. Cut down the reading time. That's what online do. They cut down the reading time, but it's more vigorous. Yet you can guarantee that whatever you go to school for, you will be highly trained at. You can go to Harvard all day, Yale, and you can remotely get A's at there. You can do a lot of stuff you're good at, or you can do a lot of stuff you learned. That doesn't mean you like it. It means it just another thing. I love what I do. I love everything about school. The only thing I have to challenge Elon Musk with is that I love to learn and you love to learn. You said that school is not going to be important. I love school. It's like my job to be in school, literally, to learn about something and come up with a spin an idea off of what I learned. That's the only thing I can say. Because you had to learn somewhere, or did you download everything you learned for the right reasons, right? If you did do that, and I know you did it for the right reasons. And then who knows? You said you are a 2,000-year-old vampire. So, I mean, I would see how you would be making all that money. I don't think billionaires would lie. What, someone like Elon? Why would he lie about something? What, more followers maybe? I don't think so. I just love school. And you go to school to learn. And when you do these things, it's like either you jumping in double dutch with your teacher and jumping out without hitting that rope with your ankle. If you know double dutch, which I never was good at, you know. What is like, oh, more flexible program. So back to the story, it's just going to be downloadable to your brain. It's just going to be downloadable. And it's not the Ariana Grande song I got this from because I've been saying this. It is literally going to be downloadable. And I like Ariana Grande. I'm just saying I did not get this from that video. You're just going to get something to drink or consume or have, however, either you want it by reading, listening, seeing, all of that visualized, wrapped in a bow where you can actually, your brain lights up and you can really physically see the words that you paid for in your brain. And it's not, oh, I'll forget, oh, I get that's what the slip up of human purpose is for. The slip up, forget, I don't understand who made us like this, but no more of that. No more you forget what's going on because it's embedded in your brain. It's coded in your brain. And I always wondered, with our brain being such a complex model, is our brain sort of like quantum? Have quantum mechanics to it that we can't tap into? Technically, we have. I want you to pause there and think about what I'm about to say. Our energy is infinite and it gets recycled. How, why, I don't know. But I know what keeps me alive every day spiritually has existed infinite and led me up to this point. Energy never dies. They kind of scared me a little bit when Bob Lazar said, uh, soul catchers. I'm like, dang, what kind of stuff y'all be doing? Anyway, so more flexible, it got to that point. And, just think about being able to all of those sensations read, hear, yeah. And those are the two. It's more, but two that you need. Hearing, to hear the words in your mind as if it was like a thought that isn't yours, but you're paying for this thought. And to see on a spectrum the words that you heard, like you see as I'm telling you and describing the description of what I'm saying as my mouth moves, you visualizing everything that I am saying. Do you get it now? Question mark. So yeah, like that. So expansion of business leadership, technology, cybersecurity, healthcare, and doctoral programs. Greater emphasis on mobile learning and personalized learning systems. A fun fact for your show. CTU states that it originally began in a roller rink in Manitowoc. I hope I said that right. Sorry. Powell. I don't know. Springs, Colorado, before growing into the university as it is today. Many students are surprised to learn that one of the nation's larger online universities had such humble beginnings. For your upcoming show, a great closing line might be, from a roller rink in Colorado in 1965 to serving students around the world online. Colorado Technical University story shows how education can evolve with technology while continuing to create opportunities for future leaders. Oh, they call it that? That's pretty cool. I thought it was wait, wait, wait. Ring? Oh. You know how tomato. No one, the reason why it excites me because I thought it was a roller ring, skating ring. I used to do that. I can say I've mastered that as a kid, but then I started getting scared as I got taller. Oh, a former roller rink. Wow. Do they still have it? Oh, that. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I confused it because I confused myself. Does Colorado? Okie doke. Cool. Cool. Okay. How did I get here? Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. That's how I got there. Ah! Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can show y'all now. I can show y'all now. Let's get acquainted with each of these. Mm-mm, not undergrad no more, baby. So nothing me up over that. Oh, I got that. These are the templates. Students in master and doctoral programs refer to the APA manual for formatting, style, and citation expectations. The information on this website, the Writing Support Center, clarifies common sense questions about APA style and indicates what section of the APA manual to consult for more details. Um, oh no, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was going to download, but it's needed. Hold on, I'm just about to try my best. I can't wait. Hold on. This is the only thing I do a show about this. Reading this, trying to understand everything I don't understand. And then hopefully may God bless everybody 369. But like seriously, like I know, but do I know their standards? No. Hold on. Are y'all watching? Okay. Sorry. I had a headache. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second if I need an aspirin. Before I start uh and I'm gonna zoom in. Wait, let me tough it out. So APA Writing Style Guide, Colorado Technical University. Introduction. We created CTU APA Writing Style Guide as a tool to help students understand and apply the university's citation method and writing expectations. CTU has adopted the American Psychological. It gets deep. I knew what it stood for and never put two and two together. American Psychological Association. What does psychology got to do with writing? APA. That's all I remember. I didn't really, I heard of the saying. Come on now. How can I not hear of the saying if you've been in school and you're in a grad school? However, I never put the correlation together. Citation style for all classes, graduate and undergraduate. APA establishes, I had to do MLA. APA establishes a citation. I did APA in grad school, but like in my associate's program, I believe it was MLA. A system that includes a set of rules and guidelines for manuscript preparation and documentation of sources. When writing assignments of any type, you must document and cite all sources properly using APA style. Citing and referencing sources correctly both indicates your professional ability to include other voices in your work and prevents accusations of plagiarism. Our CTU APA Writing Style Guide answers some of the common questions CTU students ask about using APA style for formatting documents, including in-text citations and constructing references. However, if you have questions not answered in our guide, please consult either the APA style page of the Writing Support Center of the publication manual of the American Psychological Association, 7th edition. You know, the funny thing about this, I've probably been rocking with them since the 5th or 4th edition. Maybe. Now I have a question for Grok. Oh, I was too young. So I was wrong. Good. Okay, so I'll 6. No, yeah, 6 to 7. Where am I at? Oh. Along with our guide, use APA paper template when composing essays or other paper. So, this Microsoft Word document is already formatted for APA style using the expectations outlined in our guide. Period. Period. Refer to the APA favorite template. I'm just playing with y'all. If your assignment advises its use. Yeah. The introductory style guide emphasizes proper citation. What? Okay. Emphasizes the introductory guide to the APA paper template emphasizes proper citation of sources and basic formatting, but does not require more advanced formatting. Cool. I'm cool with that. Assignment style format checklist. The following checklist outlines the writing format requirements for all assignments, unless the assignment specifies different formatting requirements. I'm not doing this with you right now, TikTok. Discussion board, board. Come on, man. Just let's do this. AI, because I know when you go dark, is because you need the puzzle thing. Damn. Anyway, I'll just ignore it. It'll come up when it's ready. It's just saying AI is like when I'm ready, I will pop up. But just get ready for it. If references are used or required for an assignment, include the following: in-text citations, reference lists at the end of the discussion post. Cool. In-text citation. Cool. Correct citation formatting that aligns with APA guidelines for that source type. See chapters 10 and 11. Okay. Essay, paper, individual project. So this was what you do for the discussion board. If you are submitting an assignment in essay format using Microsoft Word, include the following. Uh, Title page, page numbers. If using the professional paper template, okay, not necessary in student paper template. Okay. Double space throughout without additional spacing between paragraphs. Can do that. Indent the first line of it. Can do that. Oh, yeah. When y'all changed that? I thought it was Times Roman numeral. When y'all changes the caliber, I always was Times Roman numeral. They changed this in 2019. Oh my God, but this is the score. So I don't know, APA standards. They changed it, but it's not like, each school, is different. 1 inch margins. Well, that comes with the template. I shouldn't have to do that manually, but I have to make sure that they're 1 inch margins to cover my own tail. Because you can't just turn in a paper and then they come back and say, oh, there's no 1 inch margins. And you'd be like, Mm. Damn it. Mm. I'll find it through help. I probably could find it through design or something. Oh, video. Oh my God. That's some BS, Microsoft. Where am I at? Mm, right here. I read it. Select layout and margins. Normal. Cool. Okay, I got that. Okay. If they got it, actually. I'm pretty sure they got it. But I never I heard of it. There were always sort of like with University of Phoenix, they had a skeleton that I followed. If references are used or required for an assignment, include the following: in-text citations, reference list as a separate page at the end of the document. Okay, yeah. Correct citation formatting that aligns with APA guidelines for that source type. See chapters 10. Whoa. Oh, I get it. Email, website, book, magazine, etc. If references are used or required for an assignment, include the following: in-text citation. Okay, yeah, you have to have an in-text citation if you're gonna have a reference. They go hand in hand, right? That's true. I'm gonna make sure I do it right. Reference slide at the end of the presentation. I used to do that all the time. Correct citation formatting that aligns with APA guidelines for that source type. Okay, got it. Got it. Why do I need to understand and utilize APA style when completing my assignments? To credit the outside sources you incorporate into your assignments. Yeah, to avoid plagiarism. Yeah, and to situate yourself in the professional discussion occurring in your field. To establish credibility as an author by demonstrating consistent application of comprehensive and industry-wide system of attribution. I know what that means. To confirm your audience or confirm for your audience. Let me see. Let me see if I can have authority to be a good author by demonstrating a repetitive, a positively repetitive program of serious industry-wide consistencies. To conform for your audience, peers, and faculty. Confirm for your audience, peers, and faculty where they can locate the information you cite. To create a uniform document acceptable for both academic and professional purposes and audience. How do I include resources in my assignments to avoid plagiarizing? Review the requirements for your assignments. You must properly credit any sources you include. Use in-text citations and references to acknowledge and cite your sources. Place in-text citations in the body of the paper, usually immediately following information included from outside sources. Include a reference list at the last page of the paper that includes a bibliographical information for each source. By last name, it will probably be A to Z. I mean, that's the way to categorize it, right? Citing sources in the text. When citing a resource in a piece of writing, the basic information is included in the body of the paper, and the full information in the reference list. And the in-text citation includes the author's last name or names, year of publication, and if appropriate, the page number. Consult the Writing Support Center APA style section for more examples how to use in-text citations. Outside sources can be included in the text in multiple ways. Use the skill of direct quotation, paraphrase, and summary as a primary method to include outside sources. Find more information on these topics at the Writing Support System. Using paraphrase. To paraphrase is to use information from one source and restate the information in your own words. When you paraphrase, although you are not quoting another person directly, you still credit your source because the ideas you use are not your own. Paraphrasing allows you to include particular information from a piece of evidence without quoting the language directly, while maintaining the original intent of the source. Below are examples of how to cite a source you have paraphrased in your writing. Example 1. According to Booth, Column, and Williams, 2003, plagiarism should be avoided. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Williams, Coleman, Booth stated that at all costs, plagiarism should be avoided. Booth, Call, Williams, 2003. There's no page number. Plagiarism should be avoided. Booth, Call, Williams, 2003. In both examples, you include the author last name or names and the year of publication only. Do not include the author's initials unless there are two or more authors with the same last name. I didn't know that. Using direct quotations. A quotation is a statement or a portion of a statement taken from an original text. Direct quotation should be recorded accurately and is used rarely. What? Okay, great. Primarily to emphasize your point. So you use more paraphrasing than direct. Because, I mean, who would want to daggone? Don't overdo direct quotations. Well, he said for 7 whole pages something, and then end quote, and then summarize, and then reference. Like, that makes no sense. A good rule of thumb is to use a quotation when a paraphrase doesn't represent the information properly, or a better way to state the information is not clear. The more experience you gain with writing and using sources, the better you become at determining which is better, a quotation or a paraphrase of the information. Below are examples of how you could cite a direct quotation within the text of your assignment. Please note, direct quotations that are 40 words or more to start a new line and be indented without quotation marks to create a block quote. Understood. According to Booth, Coleman Williams, 2003, in all fields, you plagiarize when you use a source, words, or ideas without citing that source. Page 202. Got it. Because this is direct quotation. Example 2, many authorities have commented on the topic, but this is one of the most effective descriptions. In all fields, you plagiarize when you use the sources, words, or ideas without citing that source. Booth, that's the way I would have put it. This is more technical, but both ways can work. Okay, example 3, block quote. Rising global temperatures have intensified droughts in some regions, while increasing the frequency of extreme rainfall events in others. These changes disrupt food production, threaten water supplies, and increase the risk of natural disasters, creating a widespread social and economic impacts that demand immediate attention. Johnson, 2021, page 112. Got you. Block quotes formatting should be applied when a direct quote includes more than 40 words. The following formatting requirements are for block quotations. Do not sue quotation marks. Do not, well, start a block quote on a new line. Indent all lines of the block quote by 0.5 inches from the left margin. Do not add extra spaces before or after a block quote. The source should be cited in all parentheses after the quotation's final punctuation. Okay, I've seen that. That's right here. Alternatively, the author and year of source can be cited in the narrative before the quotation. Your sentence introducing a quote. In this case, only the page number will appear in parentheses after the quotation's final punctuation. CTU provides a template in Microsoft Word that is already APA format, located in the Writing Support Center's APA Style section. We recommend you use that template when writing papers so you do not need to spend time unnecessarily putting a documentation into the format. See Section 2 of APA Publication Manual for more information on formatting your paper. An APA formatted paper has 1-inch margins, double spacing throughout, without additional spacing between paragraphs. 11-point Calibri black font. Each page has a page number at the top right of in the header. The title page is page 1, and pages are numbered consecutively from there. The first line of each paragraph is indented 1/2 inch, 1 tab, 5 to 7 spaces. If a didn't know that makes me want to do it. That's so cool. I mean, I've done it before, obviously. Sometimes Word don't want to act right and you have to manually put stuff in, like, yeah. If appropriately, or if appropriate, use headings as described in section 2.27 of the APA manual. No extra spacing before or after headings and paragraphs. Cite all your sources on the reference page according to format requirements detailed in chapters 10 and 11 of the publication manual of the American Psychological Association, APA, in text, and full entry citations are graded at the graduate level. The running head is a shortened form of your paper's title, or the full title if it's already brief. Paper should follow APA guidelines for professional paper and generally include a running head. Guidelines for formatting a running head. Write the running head in all capital letters. Like now, you see APA Writing Style Guide version 5 and the page right there. Keep it within 50 characters, including spaces and punctuation. Do not use abbreviations, though you may use ampersand and instead of spelling out and. You may use an ampersand and instead of spelling out and. That's what it's called. You know, you learned something. Ampersand. The and symbol. The same running head must appear on every page, including the title page. Do not proceed it with label running head. Place the running head flush left in the page header, opposite of the page number on the right. Title page. The first page of your documentation is the title page. The title of your paper, your name, the name of your university are centered in the upper half of the title page. APA recommends the title should be fully explanatory when standing alone. American Psychological Association 2020, Section 2.4, and be a maximum of 12 words. See Section 2.4 of the APA Publication Manual. Only include an abstract if the assignment or instructor specifies you should. An abstract is placed on page 2 with the label abstract center and bolded at the top of the page. An abstract is a short summary of the whole paper rather than a repeat introduction. See Section 2.9 of the APA Manual for hints on how to write a good abstract. References. Start the reference list on a new page at the end of your paper. Title the page with the word reference. Center in bold at the top. See Section 2.12 of APA Publication Manual. All the sources you cite in your assignment and all those sources must be compiled to create a reference list. A reference page is the second step to confirm you've cited and documented your sources successfully and avoided plagiarism. You should not have a source cited in your essay that is not listed on the reference page, and you should not have an entry on your reference page that is not cited in the body of your essay. The reference list starts on a new page at the end of the paper and includes a complete reference, bibliographic info, bibliographic. I haven't said that word in a while. Bibliography. I'm used to saying bibliography, but this is bibliographic. Information for each source cited in the paper or presentation. The reference list is double-spaced without additional spacing between entries. All references listed in alphabetical order by the author's last name. If no author is listed, by title of the source. If you're using multiple works by the same author, place them in order of the publication date. Each entry is formatted as a hanging indent, which means that the first line of each entry is justified to the left margin, and the second and the following lines are indented 5 to 7 spaces. I'm trying to visualize that. One tab. They probably show it. You can format a hanging indent in Microsoft Word by opening up the paragraph dialog box in the indentation under section or section under special, selecting weight. From the drop down menu and under selecting 0.5. Where again? I know where that's at. I know where that's at. Or you can just hit the tab or however, if you know what you're doing. The specific APA format for references depend on the type of source included in your assignment. For more information on formatting details, see the reference examples on pages 9 through 14 of this document or consult the Writing Center. Reference examples. I, you know, I thought it was like that, but the way they describe it, it sounds backwards. I and it this is I want to understand how they. Okay, it says the hanging indent. The first. Oh, okay. The first line each entry is justified to the left margin. The specific APA format for reference depends on the type of source included in your assignment. For more information on specific formatting details, see the reference examples on pages 9 and 14 of this document or Consult the Writing Support Center, Writing APA references. And these are the reference examples. And did I read this? Based on Publication Manual of the American Psychological Association, 7th edition, 2020, Chapter 10. Reference example pages 313 to 352. Consult the Writing Center, Writing APA references site, or APA manual for more reference examples. Green text indicates the format used for the reference. Examples are in purple text. Journal article from an online source or library database, APA manual section 10.1. A document object identifier, DOI number, is a unique identifier for an article, much like the ISBN is a unique number for a published book. If an article has a DOI number, it will be listed on the front page or with the information about the article in the database. If there is no DOI number listed, link to the journal's website. Even if the article is not available on the website. You do not list the name of the library database you found the resource in. In fact, it's okay to include no URL if you found the resource in a library database. But sometimes if you find it in a library database, what they do is they have it pre-copied based on MLA, APA, and all these other formats already put in a package bow if you know where you're looking in there. Author's last name, first and second initial, date of publication, title of article, and sentence case. Title of source and title case. Volume, issue number, page number, DOI number, and URL format, or if no DOI is available, use the URL where you found the full text as a resource. Article with DOI number. Brewer, PD, Brewer, KL, 20 July. August, knowledge management, human resource management, and higher education. A theoretical model. Journal of Education for 94. This is the volume and the number. Sorry. Article found on a website without a DOI number. Wicks, J. Bass, K. Gribble, A. 2001, 11. June, potential pitfalls of the ethnocentrism in a globalizing world. College Student Journal, 45 to volume 369, 375. Article found in a lot, and this is the actual website, or you can find it. Article found in a library database without a DOI number. Tom Kiewicz, J. Bass, and Gribble, A. 2020 June, potential pitfalls of ethocentrism in a globalizing world, College Student Journal, 45 to 369, 375. Article from an online magazine, APA Manual Section 10.1. I'm not going to remember this, but I'm still going. And all I got to do is refresh myself by looking it up by what I read. Authors to see what is it, an article with the DOI, author's last name, first and second initial, year, month, title, article, and sentence case, title, a magazine and title case, volume, issue number, web address, or this is done different. The web address, the date it was published, the title, where it come from, time. If the website does not include the volume or issue number, leave them out. Article from a newspaper with no author. APA Manual Section 10.1. Title of the article, year, month, date, publication. Title of the newspaper, page numbers, boss defense trooper who used taser on driver, 2020, December 2nd. Chicago Tribune, page A3. Article from an online news website. APA Manual Section 10.16. Author's last name, first and second initial, and author's last name, first and second initial. I guess I can't wait to see this one. Year, month, date, title of article and sentence case, title of newspaper and website, and title case and a website. So this is the name, which they had titled twice just in case it was a second person, which it is a second person. These are two authors, Jackson D. and Marks G. 2020, October 12th. State Senate hearing to examine nursing home safety, Chicago Tribune. If the article is available through a search of the source's website, give just the URL of the home page. If the URL homepage is not available by the search box, then give the full URL to the article. Electronic book, APA Manual Section 10.2. Author's last name, first, second initial, year of publication. Title book in sentence case, DOI number or web address. Quark V. McCulver, 2005, teaching, writing in the content areas, Ebrari, reader version, in the website. Book with two authors. Author's last name, first, second initial, and the same repetitive thing I just said. Year of publication, title of book in sentence case, volume, edition number, publisher, Greenfield S.B. Calder, D.G., 1986, A New Critical History of Old English Literature, New York University Press. Entry in an online reference work, no author or editor. APA Manual Section 10.3. Title of entry, year of publication, the title in reference work, edition number if given. and website. Paraphrase 2009 in Merriam-Webster's online website. Report or document by corporate or government author. APA Manual Section 10.4. Name of organization, date of publication, title of document in sentence case, report or document number if given, and website address. United States Department of Education, 2020, January 16th. They don't actually eat the young. Is actually the benefit of zombie run elementary schools in the website. Web pages and websites. APA Manual Section 10.16. Use the web page reference only when there is no better option. For instance, use the article format if the resource is an article published on a web page. Or the report format if the resource is a report published on a website. When creating references for web documents and pages, writers frequently need to hunt around for the required information. It is important to include as much of the required information as possible in the reference. Author's last name, first, second initial, and corporate author. Date of publication, title of document in sentence case, title of website in a case. Lee C. 2020, February 19th, Patel 2 reference formats. APA Style Blog website. When the author, the website is the same as the name of the website. When the author of the website is the same as the name of the website, omit the title of the website. I love when I get an error. I used to get it on McGraw-Hill. Y'all remember McGraw-Hill? Yeah. And I've seen it so many times before in major publications. That just shows that normal errors happen. It's their authenticity. Someone wrote this. We know it was not AI. When the author of the website is the same as the name of the website, omit the title of the website. Capital Community College, 2020 February, a guide for writing research papers based on the styles recommended by the American Psychological Association. If your source has no publication date, use ND in place of the date. No date. In both references, entry in the in-text citation. Capital Community College, ND. Capital Community College, ND, a guide for writing research papers based on the styles recommended by the American Psychological Association website. Live chat session using the format for recorded webinar, APA Manual Section 10.12. What? Instructors, author, last name, first initial, date, title, in sentence case. School name, address. Madison RD, 20, that's the teacher name, or the instructor or author. 2020, May 20th, that's the class. chat session, Colorado Technical University. If your audience does not have access to the websites where the resources located, provide the URL to the login page instead. Author's last name, first initial, date, name of presentation or document, in sentence case, type of source, Colorado Technical University, website address. Colorado Technical University, 2019. The name of the class, what the activity was, the main sentence case, as they call it, PowerPoint slides, and Colorado Technical University and website. If your audience does not have access to the websites where the resources is located, provide the URL to the login page instead. Blog posts. APA Manual, Section 10.1. Author's last name, first initial, date of blog post, title of post and sentence case, title of blog and title case, and the web address. Cat's Paw, 2009, September 10th. So what have you been up to at Google? Insane. Cats. Website address. Note, use the login username if the author's name isn't listed. Message posted to an online forum, discussion, or news group. APA Manual, Section 10.15. Author's last name, first initial, date of message, post. Title of message post in a sentence case. Type of post. Title of website and title case. Website address. Anderson L. It happened 2019, October 19th. Title of message is Writing is an important skill, discussion board post. Type of post. And title of website, Colorado Technical University. Personal Communications, APA Manual, Section 8.9. Use of the following method to cite your instructor's lecture in the classroom or in private communication. These include emails, interviews, letters, or any other communications. Your in-text citation should include the communicator's name, the fact that it was personal communication, and the date of communication. Those zombies, they will control the world, you know. If we allow it, we will be out of control. A. Smith, Personal Communication, January 19, 2020. A. Smith said zombies will take over the world if we let them. Personal Communications, January 19, 2020. Do not include personal communication in the reference list because the reader would not be able to locate the source. Got you. Got what you're saying. This is a citation. Yeah, insert citation. I didn't know I read or did all that, but it was worth it. It's amazing to find out what I found out today. I'm gonna let it soak in. I'm not going to try to recap everything, but I know the and symbol is called something. It's not called the and symbol. And yeah, in text citations, paraphrasing, and I'll leave it at that. Direct quoting, can't be no more than 40 words. Block quote cannot be uh, quoted or spaced, only double spaced. And you end it with a citation. So much. So much. So I'm about to get off of here, and it was a pleasure. I'm not going to ruin the video for you by talking about me. So I'm just going to leave it and say bye, bye, bye. God bless you all at CTU. Take care. Be safe. Until next time. We're about to go upstairs, you guys, so you can follow me. You can follow me. I'm about to go upstairs and finish uh, folding my clothes. So, yeah. I'm about to get off this whole video footage and then re-up when I get upstairs. Take care, y'all. Until the next show, which is about computers. I want to learn something new about a computer. And I want you to learn something new about a computer. Because we only use 35 to 40% of our computers. It's something to think about. Okay. Bye. Bye, y'all.